Governor Greg Abbott has sent more state troopers to Uvalde following that shooting. The governor says gang violence is what sparked it, but critics say guns are the problem. CBS Austin's Adele Uchida joins us now with a closer look. Adele, you did reach out to the governor's office today.
Yes, Hema, I did reach out, and we just heard back from the governor's press office. But first, we know a little bit more now about the victims of the shooting. They are 18-year-old Bruce Brown and a 16-year-old juvenile. They were hurt in the violence. One of them is in critical condition tonight. The other is said to be in stable condition. The shooting at Uvalde's Memorial Park.
We hear like a couple more gunshots, like just bah, 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 bah.
Left two people wounded enough to be airlifted to San Antonio. Today, a woman who says she is the sister of one of the victims tweeted this, describing his injuries, a collapsed lung and a broken jaw, and calling for a change to gun laws. Governor Greg Abbott released a statement Thursday night saying, quote, "I was outraged to hear that gang violence has endangered the Uvalde community." He went on to say he directed DPS to begin patrolling gang hotspots after speaking with Uvalde's mayor and county judge. Here in Austin, the founder of the Political Action Committee Mothers Against Greg Abbott got on Zoom with me.
In his press release, he used gangs because it's a lot easier to put the blame on other people than to look inwards to himself and realize that the blame lies solely within himself.
Back in May, the governor said this.
With regard to special session, let me just say this, and that is, first of all options are on the table. Second, most importantly, to your point, do we expect laws to come out of this devastating crime? The answer is absolutely yes.
But as the summer passed, the governor called a special committee of legislators to come up with recommendations. There has been no special session. The next regular legislative session begins in January. It's left families in Uvalde and critics frustrated. It's pretty clear from the name Mothers Against Greg Abbott where your group stands, but in all fairness, can you say that the governor has done anything on the gun issue since the Robb Elementary School shooting to maybe appease the Mothers Against Greg Abbott?
He's done absolutely nothing to appease Texas parents and Mothers Against Greg Abbott and any of our members. Nothing. He's done zero.
I asked the governor's press office some of the very same questions. They responded with a statement that I got not long ago saying, quote, "Governor Abbott has taken immediate action to address all aspects of the heinous crime committed in Uvalde in May, including issuing 6 directives to make schools safer and working with Texas legislative leadership to provide $105.5 million to support additional school safety and mental health initiatives."
A number of local school districts say that they met with SAPD earlier this summer, and they now have a strategy with who will defer command to whom in active shooter situations and how different agencies will begin to work together. Edgewood ISD Chief Jesse Quiroga says the meetings were helpful to become more familiar with SAPD and their abilities to assist or take over. Quiroga says if a Uvalde type situation happens, their officers are the first responders and they stop the threat. But if the threat still exists when SAPD responds, they have a plan.
A major operation, we're going to defer it to the San Antonio Police Department. There is no confusion there. In situations like these, seconds matter, and we all need to be on the same page.
Spokespeople for Northside, Northeast, San Antonio, and East Central ISDs all say that this is how they operate too. Quiroga says having rules and plans like this in place are helpful because it gives you confidence that everyone knows what, when, and how to do something. Quiroga says over the summer, Edgewood has also been training with SAPD officers on Edgewood campuses as another way to increase familiarity between the agencies in case something like Uvalde happens here. Bexar County Sheriff's Office has been a bit ahead of the curve on this one. Sheriff Javier Salazar says they already have more than 50 bags, which cost about $1,000 each. Salazar says the goal is to have every deputy equipped with one of these bags as soon as they can. The BCSO version contains a combination of a sledgehammer, a Halligan, which is a heavy-duty crowbar, and a set of bolt cutters. DPS's version would also add a ballistic shield. Salazar says because of the way these things happen in Uvalde, more and more agencies will make this a standard practice.
Same thing with body cameras. Years ago, body cameras were a rarity. Now you hardly ever see a law enforcement officer without some sort of a body camera. I think these entry tools are going to be a tool of the future that certainly it'll be standard carry, standard issue for everybody.
Salazar says it'll take a few years to outfit the entire BCSO force with go bags and that these can make a difference in response times. Now, we've reached out to DPS today for more information on how long it'll be before their officers all are equipped and what it'll cost Texas taxpayers, but they haven't responded as of this reporting.